Welcome to the Moon Magic Tarot channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Gosh, I'm seeing your 3 cards already. Wow. Okay, Super Souls, today we are actually doing an angel reading. I have a mass of angel cards around me, which is just a beautiful energy. We're very specifically asking your angels what important piece of information they wish you to know. What important piece of information are they wanting to give to you today? We are going to use 3 cards to guide you in. We are going to draw a rune and a charm, and we also have the energy of 3 very different angels. So for those of you that want to know a little bit more, once we've done the runes and the charms and the cards, I will just place these angels and tell you a little bit about their individual energies. Okay, just to help with the guiding in. So let's have a little look. I always do an angel reading every month, usually around the time of the new moon. So, reading 1, you have Angel of Balance. Reading 2, you have Angel of Imagination. And reading 3, you have Angel of Wisdom. Now, these are the cards to guide you in, to trust your intuition. Actually, I'm going to tell you the angels first of all, actually. So reading 1, Angel of Balance. This is a tiger eye angel. The energy of tiger eye, it's like a shift in fortune. It brings good luck and also protection. Reading number 2, you have Cherry Quartz. Cherry Quartz gives us resilience. It also allows us to, if you've been feeling stuck or stagnant, it allows a situation to unfold, to sort itself out, basically. This is sitting with the Angel of Imagination. And lastly, Angel of Wisdom. You have a black obsidian angel. This is an angel of protection. It's an angel that will also, if you are meditating on a problem, meditate with a piece of black obsidian, or in particular a black obsidian angel. And I really, I always trust if I need to do that, the answer will come. Okay, let's draw, for those of you that wish additional guidance, a rune and a charm as well. Okay, and the charms. Okay, so reading number 1, we have the rune of journey, and we also have the, I think it's a treble clef, so a music note. Okay, reading number 2, you have the rune of harvest and the tree of life. And reading number 3, you have the rune of Berkana, growth, and you have the cat. Okay, so I will leave the video for a few moments, and if you need a little bit longer, just press the pause button. And Super Souls, I will see you in the readings. I will put the timestamps in the information box and comments, so you can zap through to whichever one is really speaking to you, or indeed it may be more than one. Reading number 1, you've been guided in by the Angel of Balance. We have the treble clef, the rune of journey, and the tiger eye angel, which indicates a shift in fortune, brings good luck to the carrier, the wearer, and also brings protection too at times, particularly at times of transition. Now I'm going to place our angel just here, I think, and we're going to put our card and our runes just here. And we're going to draw before we say any more. I'm seeing a lot in this card already, but before we do so, I'm going to draw a load more cards. Now we have an Archangel tarot pack. We really are working pretty much entirely with angel cards today. And I'm seeing this card here too. So we have these cards. We then have some angel oracles to draw from. Have a look and see what we have. Reading number 1. So you have the King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wow. Okay, wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. Divine guidance, Archangel Sandalphon, the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. 2 of Raphael, 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing what to do. Your oracle cards, you have Archangel Zadkiel, it's time for transmutation, carry the violet flame. We have all is well, Archangel Jeremiah. Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. Another Archangel Gabriel card, Rabbit, recognize your significance. And then we have the card of Yes. This is lovely. Do you know, I was just about to say this is heavenly, but of course it is. Excuse my chuckle, but I just think it's lovely. Sometimes when you find yourself saying the words that are so completely sort of one of those sayings, and yet they're so absolutely bang on. This is a heavenly reading number 1, literally. You need to sing your song in some way, shape or form. Let's bring these down and just have a little look at this card, Angel of Balance. Right. The important information that your angels, and indeed the archangels, are really wanting to let you know is something is about to emerge, take off in your life. It's about to happen. You know that we have a little, almost like a little compass here. We have a symbol, I don't know if you can see this, I'll hold it right up to the camera, I hope it can focus. So we can see there's a little compass here. We can see like a little money bag here as well. Down here we have sort of love, we have a home, you know, she's holding a suitcase, well, a briefcase here, Angel of Balance. What I'm actually seeing, and we have the scales up here as well, she's holding the scales. Now in some ways this card speaks about life-work balance, kind of, right. Let me just voice the primary message that's coming through here before we dive into even more. Your angels, the archangels, are saying to you, something is about to, I want to say, take off in your life. And they're asking you to be conscious of the way in which you navigate this. It's kind of like, What this card is saying to me is that maybe you never thought you would be able to achieve lots of different pockets of your life. It's almost as though some aspects of your life have, it's almost as though you feel that if you have one thing, it comes at the cost of something else. Okay? Something is about to emerge and open up in your world. Okay? And what we're being shown here, this is the important information. So something is going to be offered to you. And I think that you may be having a wobble about it. Now, the rune of journey, sometimes it does indicate travel, but more often than not, and I suspect both aspects of this, I'll talk about this rune in two different ways. This rune indicates very often journeying within and removing obstacles from within that stop you from being able to seize the moment, have the opportunity, literally to receive, to be able to navigate a circumstance that's actually being offered to you. Okay, so your angels are really saying to you, look, please remove obstacles that you hold within your mind, you know, I would venture to say almost within your heart, that sort of disbelief that affects your heart. It's like there's a conflict almost, and that needs to be brought back into balance. It's like a part of you really wants and believes, and yet another part of you kind of doesn't. Your angels are asking you to remove this, and also to remind you, there's a really clear message here, to remind you that you can ask for help. Now, this is a really important message coming through. Gosh, I thought we were just going to be given a message in these readings, a piece of important information. I think there might be several messages. There certainly are for you, reading number 1. What is coming through here is to ask for help. 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. We don't ask our angel, very often I think the point at which we ask our angels for help or we reach out is at a point of crisis. It's kind of like we reach the end of our tether, all these things keep going wrong, and we just sit back and we say, please, please, can I have some help? It's like that moment where we turn to that higher place to ask for help. What the angels are saying to you is, you don't have to do this because it's a crisis. How about just asking us for help anyway? We would love to help you. We are here. We want to support you. We love you. We are always with you. Make that connection and reach out and ask on a daily basis. We don't have to be in a state of crisis to ask. We can ask anyway. It's really interesting that we often don't feel we can, and this is a very clear message coming through for you, reading number 1. You are protected in this transition, and you're being guided, and this is a change in fortune. Now, ask for help. Part of the asking for help and the removing obstacles from within is because they want you to sing your own song. There's an opportunity coming to you that is literally it's right for you. It will resonate with you. It's like this compass here. It's like it's an opportunity that aligns you with your own North Star. And the opportunity, it's not at the expense of something else. It's an opportunity that can be navigated in a way that, in fact, if anything, this is an opportunity that is going to bring your world into balance and give you the different pockets of life that you desire. It's time for transmutation. Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. Recognize your significance. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. So what we are really seeing here is again, wisdom and objectivity. Stay in your integrity. There is a situation around you that is actually an opening. Now, For some of you, this is literally an offer of something. There'll be a doorway or a window opening for you. Something is being given to you. For others, the opportunity is actually coming in the form of something that may feel a little uneasy or a little uncomfortable. But it's opening a window for you to move forwards. So time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. Now, for some of you, there's something that isn't okay, and because it's not okay, it's fired you up, and that is showing you the direction of something that you need to address or move forwards into, and it's going to align you with some sort of purpose or calling. It's one of those steps along the way. For some of you, it will make your direction very, very clear. For others, it's a stepping stone to help you to define your calling, your purpose, and your long-term position of what I would call the significance of your life purpose. This is a step along the way to finding that greater contribution. And for others, it will just make it even clearer than it perhaps already is, depending on where you are on that pathway that we have here. But one way or the other, that pathway is opening up for you. It's opening up in, as I said, either in an opportunity that you may be having a wobble over, or it is an opportunity that's coming because you're identifying something that doesn't feel okay, and from that and the processing of that, you're going to see the way forwards. So the messages, the important information here from your angels. One is to remove inner blocks. The second is to reach out and ask for help, particularly from your angels. The third is actually to know that you can have, I want to say you can have it all. I don't mean in a ridiculously omnipotent kind of way, you know, in a way that is not thoughtful or respectful, but you can have it all in terms of you can have a loving relationship, and you can have the career pathway of your dreams, or the calling, that there's something here that is really about your significance. Really, really lovely. Something is birthing, and it's coming through a situation. You are going to need to take action. This is the fourth piece of information, and we're going to draw more cards around these two here. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing what to do, and yes. So I'm going to draw more cards for you, reading number one, to ask about this point of moving something forwards. I love this. I feel this is, you're just ready to go. You know, you have your briefcase, you kind of know. There's something you really believe in, you feel really strongly about. Let's draw some more cards here and see what we're shown. How is this going to emerge? What is the action that is needed here for reading number one? Last card. Okay, King of Hearts, Healer. Knight of Angels, Watcher. Knight of Stars, Adventurer. And Ace of Trees, Abundance. Oh, super good. This is a really lovely reading. It's very gentle as well. It's very interesting because, you know, this is quite a dynamic energy, you know, tiger eye really. And yet there is such a firm gentleness being sort of put around you. You know, I don't know if you can feel that as we sit in this reading, but I am feeling it as I sit in people's readings. You know, I do really feel the energy that is around you guys. And yeah, this is significant. Yes, recognize your significance. The energy that's around you is actually supporting exactly that. The information coming through today is significant because it's about you taking actions that are going to move you forwards to this space of new beginnings, of abundance, that there's a promise of abundance. This is a super lovely card for your final card in this row. There is a real, firm, gentle, come along, sort of energy. King of Hearts, Healer, Knight of Angels, Watcher, Knight of Stars. These are powerful cards. And this is exactly what's feeling like, the that energy of support for you. Some of you are actually part of your calling. Now, this will come in a way that's completely unique and individual to you. But part of your calling and your significance is that the work that you do will make a significance. It will be significant. Your calling, your purpose. It in some way, it plays a part in healing some aspect of humanity. Now, whatever that may be, it could literally range from, I'm just going to give you a range of things that are coming into my mind. But like, for example, you could be, you could work in you could become a cook, for example, in which case you'll be cooking soul food. You'll be putting energy into that food that will make a difference to people's lives. And as they eat, they'll have conversations. And the very essence of the energy that you invest in that is going to literally, they will feel that. They'll absorb the energy as well as the food in a nourishing way, and it will make a difference to their lives. Whether you do that within your home or your family, whether you are becoming a counsellor or a healer of some sort, whether you could be working in TV or film or, publishing or whatever it is, but there's an essence of something within your work that creates, its sustainability is the word that's coming through here. It makes a difference, and it creates a longer term sustainability for more than just you. That's a real nugget of important information. Something in your unique personal contribution will be creating a different sustainable future, whether it's information, holding information that supports people to learn from history. It allows them to embrace a different future. It allows them to heal in the here and now. There is something that is significant that you will be making a contribution to. That is a very important piece of information. It's with lots of messages coming through for you, reading number one, but I think that is ultimately possibly the most important nugget of information that your angels are wishing to give you. And your life experiences have been building and leading you to this pathway, including the challenging ones. It's time for you to have a voice and sing your own song. You are worthy, and your contribution is significant. So if you've been in any way diminishing yourself or not thinking that you really are up to the job or ready for it, your angels are saying, look, you are ready. And ask for help, reach out for help. They've been watching you. They've been watching you, they've been guiding you. And now it's time to sort of almost like set forth on this adventure. So again, instead of only ever reaching out for help when there's a crisis, it's time to set forth and ask for support on a new adventure, to approach this new, I say new, but this opening, this direction, this moving something forwards. Some of you will really know what it is. Some of you might be working on environmental issues, but there is something significant. You have a contribution to make, and it's time to have your voice, to sing your song. And it won't knock your life out of kilter. It will actually bring your life into balance. It's time to approach this with a really positive outlook where everything is a part of the adventure. And they are giving you the support, your angels. Again, this is a energy that brings fortune, and we have the Ace of Trees, abundance. They are really saying to you, your angels, look, it's time. You know, it's time, whatever your personal circumstances, you are being given an opening. You do need to take action. Say yes to life. This is not a time for you to step down. It's a time for you to step up. Don't be afraid that the world will get out of kilter or out of balance. Everything you need is going to come to you. It really is. Let's place this here. Reading number one, I don't feel there's any more to say. I feel that the nugget of information that your angels want you to know is really clear. In terms of this pathway, you will instinctively knowing just what to do. The key here is, of course, that it connects to something that you feel really passionately about, and that passion is connected to something that also has an impact on other lives, and that's the key. So if there's even perhaps more than one decision around you, or you're needing advice around how to make a decision, then if you feel passionately about it, if you can see that it is going to align you with your greatest contribution, then that is going to be the right pathway. Either way, this is a time to say yes to life and to opportunities. Super Souls, I hope that this is speaking well to you and giving you that piece of information that your angels have really wanted you to hear today. I do feel you are being incredibly supported actually on this, at a point of stepping forward, a point of transition. If this reading is resonating with you, or if it's resonating and you're thinking, oh, but I'm having a wobble about stepping forwards, or I'm not sure about this, I have a timeless playlist, or a timeless readings playlist. I'll put the link in the information box and the comments. Do check it out, because it's full of readings that answer very specific questions, and they're there to help to, when you need guidance, they're there to help you. So scroll down through all those readings and look for the ones that are speaking to you, that are answering the questions that you need at any moment if you have a wobble. And yeah, I also post readings every single Sunday for weekly guidance, looking at what information is coming through for you for the next 7 days, and they are also timeless. You can, some people follow them week in, week out, and thank you very much. I'm very humbled by your sort of following of these, and your comments, and thank you so much for letting me know that they're helpful to you. I'm simply here as a channel for that information to come to you. So thank you so much. But basically there's a lot of support out there, and do reach out and ask. It doesn't have to be a crisis when we ask. We can ask just because we can. So it's really super messages coming here for you guys. If you'd like to get notification of any of my readings, I'm also posting Manifest with the Moon videos ongoing, looking at the planetary stuff that's affecting us every single day. So do check those out too. There's also tutorials about reading cards on Patreon and on Vimeo as well. So Super Souls, if you'd like to get notification of any readings I do, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. And I would just add a very important message, which is actually, if anyone contacts you, I need to let you know, I will never contact you via private messaging or offer you private readings in the comments. We've had some scams going on. A lot of other readers have as well, with people impersonating us. They download a photo of us. I am not the only one. I'm very aware of that now. Please be thoughtful. I will never ever in the comments respond to you offering you a private reading, nor will I ever private message you. If you get anything like that, it has not come from me. There are lots of people out there doing this kind of stuff. As I said, I know I'm not the only one. People are they're downloading photos and doing this so much. So do be thoughtful. If that happens, either report and block, and don't respond. It's not me. Super Souls, thank you so much for joining me here today. It is an absolute privilege to read for you, and I look forward to seeing you in some other readings, or indeed the Moon tutorials as well. Tons and tons of love. Welcome, reading number 2. You have the Rune of Harvest, the Angel of Imagination, the Tree of Life and the Cherry Quartz Angel. What are you bringing forth? What are you building? Reading number 2. Okay, we're going to draw lots and lots of cards, and they're all going to be angel cards. So let's first of all draw from the Archangel Tarot. We're asking, wow, what piece of information your angels wish to give you. What important information? What do they need you to know at this moment in time? Well, that just rocketed out, so we'll go with exactly what we have. Page of Ariel, reliable, clever, educated and balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. Wow, reading number 2. Knight of Michael, strong, committed, intellectual, diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. Six of Ariel, material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Change your life, Archangel Chamuel, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. This is so in alignment with everything that I was really tuning into just in this card alone and this Cherry Quartz Angel. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunity that change brings. And 15, decision. Archangel Jophiel, release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Wow, reading number 2. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, let's bring this angel down here, is the energy of cherry quartz. It basically unstucks us. If you are suffering from stuckness in any way, shape or form, I'm not sure if that word is in the dictionary, but if it isn't, it really should be. So in terms of your personal stuckness in whatever area of your life that is in, your angels, and indeed the archangels, are saying to you, look, it's time to be unstuck. The stuckness is in part coming because you've had a lack of confidence, you've had a niggle or a worry, or you've questioned whether what you're doing is quite good enough, or maybe you've looked at what's already in the world and thought, well, there's so much of this out there, what I want to write about or say or do, you know, somebody else is already doing it, okay? And then you start to get into that space of comparison, but from a slightly, well, for some of you, it's probably not even slightly, it might be quite a lot of quite a negative perspective. That's what I'm seeing here. Now, what this applies to in the context of your personal life, it's actually very imaginative. You have a way of seeing or doing something that is particularly unique. It's imaginative. You have the capacity to, you have a particular take on something, whatever that may be in your world. You have a particular take on it. And I think in some ways you've been possibly working on this sort of kind of in isolation, really. You know, you haven't reached out to people. It's like if you were writing a book, you've not reached out to an agent or a publisher or something like that. You've dreamed of it, your idea, you haven't reached out, but there's going to be a need to connect with others or an organization or a greater group of people to birth this into the world. It's one of those, the scenario that I'm going to give you that is coming through very strongly as an example, and obviously it's an example in principle. But if, for example, you were writing a book, and then you look out there and you know the subject is very relevant to the time and to what's going on at the moment, but you look out there and you think, well, no one's going to read my book because there's so many books out there on this subject already, but your take is really unique. Your approach to this is unique. And I always use the example actually of my mum in this situation. I don't always share lots of personal stuff, but in this instance I will share something about my mum, who is very, very well read. And you know, and I think she's a really classic example of how and why it is so important for people to birth their individual take on things. Because I mean, at the age of, she's now 90, at the age of 55, I think, she actually decided to do a counselling course and became a therapist, you know, at that point in her life. And she became passionate about reading and reading and reading. And she's the sort of person, if, for example, she read a book about neuroscience and it interested her, she'll then go and she'll buy every possible book she can find about neuroscience, because she wants to hear everybody's different take on it, because all of them will contribute to her own perspective, her own learning. And I think it's an amazing attitude, and it's there, isn't it? If you buy a book and you love the subject matter, it makes you want to go and discover more. And sometimes if you are the creator, you can look into the world, whether you're creating a course or writing a book or whatever, and you feel like, I really, really want to do this. I really feel it has potential. And then you start looking at the marketplace, or you know, and you think, oh gosh, there's so many people doing this and this area of work. Your contribution is unique to you. Now we are being shown here that your plans are actually going to work out. This is going to come to fruition, okay? Release yourself from anything that holds you back. Now, there's still work to be done here. The Rune of Harvest suggests that what you're working on is absolutely fabulous, useful, vital. What you are imagining, dreaming of, if you haven't yet started, I think a lot of you have started on something. You've certainly got the nugget of the idea there already. Now, if you are starting out here, and this is an energy that removes stuckness, this is an idea, a creative something that has the potential to be very big. We have the tree of life. This is something that's going to grow into something substantial. Okay, it's not something, this is not something that will just emerge and be small. It will be really, really significant. And what we're seeing here is that an opportunity is going to be offered to you. Now, it may be that you need to learn a bit more. It may be that you need to learn a bit more, or indeed somebody will just come in. King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. You know, there's a lot of energy of support coming in here. Invitations. You might even meet somebody who's going to help you out in this, with this idea, at a social event or a party or networking. You suddenly come across someone, and you end up having a chat and a conversation. They ask about something, you talk a little bit in brief about your idea, and then suddenly someone comes along and says, oh wow, actually I know somebody who works in this very field and I think they'd be really interested in what you're doing. Your material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Somebody, literally, you might have an idea and you've just thought, I'm never going to get it off the ground, and then you bump into somebody at a party and they say, wow, do you know, I've always wanted to, I've got money, I've got reserves that I don't need, or I'm running a business and we're making good profits and we actually want to invest in a charity, and your idea for a charity is amazing. Can we support you? Can we back you? This reading, the message from your angels today is saying to you, hold those dreams, because something that has felt stuck is about to become unstuck. And something's going to be offered to you, whether you need to learn more in order to bring this forth, and an opportunity is given to you to do the extra learning. And within that learning, that will then take you on this pathway. So if you are offered an opportunity, if you need to learn more and some opening is offered to you, then say yes to that. You know, don't sit with indecision, embrace it. Sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Release yourself from that which holds you back. You know, so, you know, embrace the opportunities that change brings. So if something creates a change where there is an opportunity to go and learn more about the subject that you really have been dreaming about, then go for it. Okay? Hold your vision and approach it with a very strong, committed, steady way. Be diligent. Time to move quickly. Logic over emotion. Sudden changes. Because something's going to happen quite quickly here. So literally someone, you are being, your angels are saying to you, look, there's going to be an opportunity. You need to hold this vision here. Hold that idea, that uniqueness, that contribution, that something that is really, really special to you, because somebody's going to pick it up and run with it with you. That's what we're being shown here. And you're going to have to sort of make a decision and say yes, which means you have to hold yourself back from the blocks within you that say, I can't have that. Excuse me. I'm going to draw some oracle cards now, reading number 2. There's your card. That was quick, that one. And there, this is the one. Okay. Listen to your intuition. Excellent. Bat, see through illusion into truth. Crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Guardian angel, love yourself unconditionally and ask for help. These cards feel like such an affirmation of what the Archangel Tarot have been speaking to us about. Your intuition, this gut feeling that you've had about this idea, this potential, this possibility, the fact that, you know, whatever this is, this your take on something. Trust it. Absolutely trust it. See through illusion into truth. Remove those inner blocks. Remove the stuckness. And be very, very clear. Focus upon this with unwavering strength, with unwavering faith, and love yourself unconditionally. This is really important, because I think the moment we enter a space of self-doubt, it's kind of like energetically. Let's say, I often talk about people, imagine you're a pie chart, you know, a pie chart of energy. And you really, really feel very strongly about this. You know, you have this idea, you've already been working on this idea, but some part of you keeps blocking the possibility of it getting into the world in some way, shape or form, whether that's on the get-go at the beginning, or whether it's something that's coming, you know, later on, actually moving it forwards. But your intuition is right. It's a really good idea. And yet, energetically, if you're a pie chart, if a part of you just never quite believes, then your energy is never 100% available for the universe to deliver, for you to receive the help you need in order to move that forwards. You know, we need as much of our energy in that high vibrational focused state of the expectation of the outcome that we desire, rather than the expectation of the outcome that we actually sort of don't desire. Because, you know, energetically it's really hard, and it creates this sort of stuckness. And then it also affects the way we work. If we, you know, we're working on something outside of the day job kind of thing, and we committed to spending an hour a day on it, and it's moving forwards, but if a part of us doesn't really believe this is ever going to happen, we'll be sluggish about that hour, and we'll, you know, drop out quite easily on it sometimes. You know, so your angels are really, they're really saying to you that the message is very clear. The information they want to give you is very clear. The primary information for you, the nugget of information they want you to have, is that this idea you have is absolutely valid, amazing. Your unique take on something is fantastic. And you need to follow it through with determination. The timing is right. That's the second piece of information they're giving you. The timing is absolutely right to shift it and move it forwards, to bring it to harvest. There's work to be done, absolutely, but something is being offered to you. A revelation that offers freedom, break free. So whatever area of stuckness there is in your life, this is the point of getting unstuck. You need to believe, hold that point of power in your mind and in your heart and in your imagination. Dream of the stuff. Let yourself daydream into the territory. You know, sometimes people who are great daydreamers, I'm one of them, I've always daydreamed. My school reports used to say, Jenny must stop looking out of the window. If only Jenny would stop daydreaming. But actually, I think it's a great gift, I need to say. So all of you daydreamers, hold it there, because this is fab. Daydream yourself into the vision of what you want, because it's going to set your energy in alignment, you know, with the bringing forth of this. Daydream yourself into that space of, wow, this is what we've got, this is where we are. You know, it's like you're daydreaming into the future. And your angels, because your angels are saying this is a turning point. This is the point of unstuckness, where something is going to be coming in to help you and move it forwards. And I do think it could come in some, as I said, in an unexpected way. We've got indications of something that is unexpected, someone coming in and helping you, meeting somebody, a chance meeting. You know, you could be standing in a supermarket or something, or sitting on a train, and suddenly you have a conversation, and it takes this forwards. So something is going to come to you, but you need to be in that daydreaming space of the potential of what you want, if that makes sense. Beautiful, beautiful. Reading number 2, let's draw some further cards for you to ask, how is this going to pan out? Can we have more information about how this might emerge for reading number 2? There's your card. What do we have here for you? Contemplation. But look at this. This is like, you know, when you can't see the woods for the trees, and then you maybe go for a walk. You just, rather than being in a mindset where your mind is rushing and rushing and rushing, you contemplate, you get still, and the light comes to you. The answer, the solution. Success. Loving it. Absolutely, success. We have the card of the Lovers, ecstasy, followed by the 9 of Hearts, stability. Wow. I love that we have trees here, and look what we have, the tree of life. This is really important, this connection here. Now, if the stuckness in your life is also potentially for some of you connected to your belief in being able to have love, to have a relationship, that's then daydream yourself into exactly that space of possibility, exactly the kind of flavour of relationship that you want. How would you see the bigger picture, the tree of life, contemplation? What would your future look like with somebody? You know, rather than feeling like, oh, I'll never find that right person, or actually imagine yourself with exactly the right person. Dream that person up, okay? Imagine it, see them. You know, they are, and then again, at some chance meeting, they just show up, they come into your world. We have success. So there's a real validation of this turning point here. Now, whether it is, I voice that about relationship just because we have the card of the Lovers here, and stability, 9 of Hearts. So this, if you are looking for that relationship that will stand the test of time, the tree of life, someone who really can resonate with you, dream it up. If, however, this is connected, as we've tended to, this reading has tended to err towards more some aspect of your world that you are bringing forth, it's your uniqueness here that's being validated. So whether you feel that you're tend to be a bit of a square peg in a round hole, and it's quite hard to find the right person to fit with you, or whether you feel that you are, your take on it, as I said, there's too much competition in the world, all those things, your uniqueness is the absolute key to this, and your belief in your uniqueness. That's what unstucks you. So contemplate, spend that time daydreaming. And if you're looking for both love and the bigger picture of something bringing forth, dream of both of those and how they collaborate. How would your bigger world look like? And keep those crystal clear intentions. Success, you are so close to that turning point. It's why I talked about the pie chart. Your angels are also saying to you, you are so close to this, but you have to risk believing in it as a real possibility. Okay, beautiful, beautiful energy. Success, stability, you know, this is a really, really magical turning point. You've been so close to it, and it is just that energetic niggle of self-doubt from within, that illusion that you can't have, that is kind of blocking you. And your angels are saying to you, look, trust this, listen to this. Your gut feeling knows this is possible. You know that that deal is out there. You know that that potential is there. You know that your book, your workshop, your charity idea, your whatever it is, anything and everything that is right and relevant to you, you know that it should be out there for you. And this is about thinking, do you know what? I don't only think it should be, I know it is. And it's about to come. It's shifting that little bit of stuckness. Super Souls, this has been a beautiful reading. Success. I mean, you really are promised the success of this. Shift that energy, that one last little bit of self-doubt, and, you know, yeah, it's going to come. The opening is going to come in some sort of, it will be like a chance meeting. Honestly, you could be in a supermarket, you could be in a traffic jam, you could go for a walk, you could be in the middle of nowhere, you could be wherever, you could be on a diversion, you could go to a party, there's something, you could be networking, you could connect to somebody randomly, one thing will lead to another. But the opening is coming, and hold that vision, and this is what your angels, the information and the important information that your angels wish to give you today. Reading number 2, if this is resonating with you and you would like to follow any of my readings or get them as soon as I upload them, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. And Super Souls, this is a timeless reading, so I have a timeless readings playlist. I will put all the links to everything that I do in the information box and comments. And so you should be able to find readings at any time that are right for you to help you navigate along the way, should you ever have a wobble. I should also just add a little really important note here, reading number 2. Just to say, I will never contact you personally in either private message you or offer you a reading in the comments. Now, my beautiful community here has had some intrusions in this way, and I'm not the only one. There are quite a few readers that are having this experience, and there are people out there, they download our photograph and pretend to be us, and then they approach you offering you a private reading, and it's a scam, and they're trying to get you to pay. So please, 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 I will be aware, I will never ever private message you or offer you a private reading or invite you to have one with me through the comments or in any other way, shape or form. So just so that you are aware of that, if someone approaches you, even if they have got a photo that looks like the one on this channel, you know, ignore, block, report, because it is not me. And just to be conscious of that. So Super Souls, you know, I just need to voice that. It's happening a lot, unfortunately. Wonderful friends, thank you so much for joining me. This is absolutely amazing for you. Tons and tons and tons of love to you. I look forward to seeing you for some other readings. I post readings every single Sunday actually as well for weekly guidance, and again, they're timeless. You can always find a reading that will give you information about right here and now and the next 7 days. If you're needing a little bit of extra support, the readings are there for you, so do tap into them as and when you need them. And I'm so excited for you, because this is like that moment of everything you've imagined. The opening is coming, the stuff that it's like dare to dream. You know, if this particular reading needed a title, it would be reading number 2, Dare to Dream and Believe in It. Okay, Super Souls, tons of love. Welcome to reading number 3. You have been guided by the little cat. Very struck by 9 lives. That really came through as I brought this out. The cat has 9 lives. Berkana, the rune of growth. This is about a new phase of life. And the card of the Angel of Wisdom. You also have the Black Obsidian Angel. So this is an angel that protects and also helps us to kind of, I want to sort of say, see into the future. Let's just draw cards first of all, reading number 3, and see what we're shown for you. What are your angels wanting to share with you? What information do they want to bring to you? I'm going to draw from the Archangel Tarot. Let's see this card, and also this card. Okay, and we're also going to draw from some oracle cards as well. We are asking what information, what important information needs to be shared with reading number 3. I feel this one too. Let's have a look at our cards and see what we have here. Okay, so first of all, Page of Ariel. Reliable, clever, educated, balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Really interesting. Look, we have this person seated here reading a book. Wisdom. Angel of Wisdom. We have the Emperor, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Ooh, a great deal of activity, 8 of Gabriel, sudden and immediate results, important communication. We have 6 of Ariel, material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. Okay. 3 of Gabriel, prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. We have King of Gabriel, generous, inspirational, dramatic, driven, keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others, experience that leads to success, genuine concern for others. We have the card of romance. It's interesting how some of the cards are showing up, they are the same. Now we have two. I'm just going to move romance to over here for a moment. Just going to sit that there. We have bat, see through illusion into truth, and raven, prepare for change. Wow. Okay, now I'm going to bring this up here. So we have romance. We have Archangel Uriel, come into harmony and balance, use your power for peace. We have the eagle here, and passion. Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. It's very interesting that we've got love life and career. Now I'm going to move those over here just for a moment because I want us to be able to look at these cards first. Right. Interestingly enough, now for some of you it may be, excuse me, that there is an opportunity of learning that is about to be opened up for you. But curiously enough, I actually feel from this reading, from your cards, reading number 3, that you've actually done the learning. I feel that you're completing a course. Some of you may be coming to the end of a course, and it's really going to be very prosperous, the outcome. You might be at that point where you're completing something and you're now needing to go into the world and find a job if you've completed a course, or you're now needing to decide what to do with your wisdom, what to do with your learning, what to do with your education. This is a time to really soar. I'm seeing birds and wings everywhere here in these readings. Even on this ship, look, these are like 2 angel wings here on this ship. We've got 2 wings here, just sitting here in this card as well. The bat has wings. The crow has wings. Obviously our angels have wings, but there are birds everywhere. Absolutely everywhere in this reading. Even in this library, we have the symbol of wings here again. And feathers coming down in this reading. You are about to start, or you have an opportunity. That's what's being said here. Your angels wish to say to you, look, you've actually worked at something. You've learned something. Now, whether this is in the University of Life, okay, which for some of you it will be. You've been through something and you've embraced the University of Life and you've done the learning. And for others, you literally have been on a pathway of learning. You've read the books, you've done the courses, you've really embraced the learning. What your angels are saying to you, and this is the information they really primarily want you to get. And this is just the first message. A lot of messages coming through in these readings, but the very first message is you've done the learning and now it's time to use it to advance your life. Okay, so it's really literally time. Now is the time to get going on the basis of what you've learned. So whatever you have been embracing, whatever you've been learning, it is absolutely time to now learn. Now, this may seem a little random, but I'm just going to voice it. I always talk about things that show up in the readings, and right outside my window, I have a really beautiful nettle plant. And it's really interesting. Somebody came into my garden and she said, you know, I really love that you have, a cat. A black cat is now walking along the wall at the back of my garden. Wow. Okay, I have various cats that pass through my garden from time to time. They generally pass through. That, you know, we're more of a dog household than a cat household, but this cat is slinking along really quite solidly here. Wow. Thank you. Such an affirmation. Thank you very much. This person said to me, I love that you have planted nettles. You have a nettle plant as a plant. And it's absolutely beautiful. It really is. It's at its peak beautifulness. It's got flowers. It's absolutely stunning. And it's actually by accident, interestingly enough, that I ended up growing it. But now I would never have a garden without a nettle plant in it, because we normally see them as weeds. Now there's something about, you've learned something, you have wisdom, you have a peace, you've gained some knowledge, some wisdom, you're ready to set forth in a new phase of your journey. You're wise, you've learned some things, and for some of you, the learning has been unexpected. Life took you down a pathway that you didn't know you were going to take, like my nettles. But actually, your learning has blossomed into wisdom. You're now ready to do something with it. That's the message here. It's time to start a new life. Wow, that cat is coming closer and closer to us. It's walked along the wall and now it's actually walking down in front of the window. Wow. Yeah, it's approaching us. It's coming to us. That's really interesting. Prosperity arising from wise planning. This is really interesting because that cat is being really steady. And in fact, it's just sat. It's sat down and now it's looking around. See the bigger picture. You have something now that you have the ingredients you need to start a new phase of life. Berkana is a rune of promise. Now the angel, the black obsidian angel. Yes, the black obsidian angel is an angel of protection. But also, if you, or my experience of meditating with black obsidian, it takes you straight to the point. It shows you that the next step, it shows you the direction. We're going to draw more cards in this reading and really follow this through. Because I feel like you're, prepare for change. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving, a great deal of activity. You are about to start a period of great new activity, renewed activity. Okay? I think somebody may come into your world to help you with this. We have the Emperor and the King of Gabriel here. But ultimately, even if someone is coming in to help you, you're more likely to be the boss and the employer than the employed. I feel like you're about to step up into a place of, it's almost like of independence, of independence, of it's like fulfilling your own potential in some way, shape or form, becoming a leader in your own way, sharing knowledge in some way, shape or form, whether it's even just by setting example, but within the context of your own life. You have the resources, the knowledge, the energy, the learning, the wisdom to now, it's like being your own boss. And even if you're working within an organization, people will come to you for advice. Prepare for change. You're about to step up. Now we have the card of romance. We have the card Archangel Uriel. Come into harmony and balance. Use your power for peace. I think you're going to be in a position of power. Literally, people will come to you. Now, for those of you for whom relationship is an issue, this is a general reading, so it will apply to you in different ways. But in terms of romance, the way that this applies within your love life is that you are now solidly you. You have the knowledge, the wisdom to hold your own boundaries, to be within a relationship where you don't lose your independence, you don't lose your own sense of self. I don't think you're ever going to be, some of you may have been dominated by the needs of other people. Do please excuse me. I have to go and get myself a glass of water. I think this is interesting as well, that I have this tickle in my throat. Okay, this little niggly cough starting. It hasn't been in any of the other readings and it's just started. I do feel, and look at this. Yes, here's this information coming through for us really clearly. Right. That's why we have this angel of protection. You see this beautiful angel here. in this lovely swing in the tree. She's actually got her hand on her throat. Can you see that really? I hold that up to the camera. Her hand is on her throat just here. For some of you, you have been, you've experienced relationships where you were stifled, or someone literally did a takeover bid. That's kind of what I'm seeing. They kind of took over your life. It's almost as though you lost your own identity through the needs of somebody else, or they took over your life, literally. I mean, sometimes people do a takeover bid. Right, it's time for you to start a new life. You have your independence. You have earned your independence, and you know yourself well enough. You are a strong sense of self to be able to now begin, I would say begin afresh. Whether this is in an existing relationship, you're going to be able to hold a powerful position that it's not about power over others, it's power for peace. It's harmony and balance. But you will be yourself within relationship, and you don't need to be anyone else. And you've done the lessons, you've done the learning. So for any of you for whom relationship is on your agenda, your angels and guides are saying you are about to move into a new phase of relationship. You know, romance is coming, romance is around you, whether it's an existing relationship where, you know, the game is upped because you are now you and you can hold your own boundaries. This does actually say, this card, passion, Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. I think for some of you, it really is both areas of your life. It is about rekindling romance or finding romance, finding love, and also, again, also following through with there's some aspect of your world that feels as though it's going to be very prosperous. You know, you have, I really feel so strongly, although this could mean that an opening arises for education, personally, I really feel very strongly that actually you've done the learning, and now it's time to use this learning in whatever area of your life is right for you. But I think for many it's both, it's love life and career, to move ahead. You're going to step into a position of leadership. Keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others. You're far more likely to become an employer. If you were thinking of setting up your own business, then I think you are really in the right position to do so. If you're looking at stepping up the ladder or a promotion, you are really in a position to do so. You have the knowledge. You can hold your boundaries, share your knowledge in a way that owns your power. At the same time, it honors other people. Prepare for change. This is coming. Your angels and your guides are saying to you, you've done the work. They are really honoring you. You've done the work, and now it's time, a leadership opportunity of some sort, whether that's in your community, your personal life, or your working world, family. It's coming to you, a position of leadership. That is the information that your angels wish to give to you. Let's follow through and ask for more information about this position of leadership for reading number 3. No, we're good. Okay, right. So we have 6 of Hearts, the past. King of Hearts, healer. King of Trees. Oh my goodness me. How many kings? Wow. I mean, just wow. King of Trees, Architect. King of Stars, Alchemist. Reading number 3, talk about leadership. I mean, wow. You know, it's here. Wow. 8 of Trees, Skill. 2 of Stars, Boldness. Reading number 3, wow. This is such a confirmation. Right, you've healed from the past. The 6 of Hearts, the past. You've done the work. You've done the work, you've done the learning. And it's what I'm seeing in this card, you know, and it's such a validation. There's so much honouring of you here. There really, really is. You've built strength. I mean, this is a very strong stone. It's really interesting as well. And I'm just going to, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but this is an angel. You can possibly see it more clearly on the back. Can you see that its wing was broken? This angel came to me, it was broken, and I fixed it. And you can still see the scars, perhaps because I'm not terribly good at mending crystals, but I didn't discard it in any way, shape or form. I put it back together, and there are little chips that I couldn't fix. So it carries a scar, but it is intact. This is saying everything, isn't it, really? Those scars are now your strength. They are now your wisdom. You have turned experience into wisdom. And that means you can start a whole new life. Okay? Berkana, a new phase of life, a rune of promise. This is like the beginning of a forest. Okay, it's symbolized by the birch tree. If there's a forest fire, it's the birch tree that shoots up first, and it's creating a whole new environment, creating a whole new ecosystem. The cat, 9 lives. It came through so strongly. Even when we drew this out right at the very beginning, I was thinking, whoa, 9 lives, what's that about? Yeah, it's time to start a new life. You've done the learning. Awesome. Now, wow. King of Hearts, King of Trees, King of Stars, the alchemist, the creator, the architect, designing your own life. King of Hearts, you actually have a gift of healing. People will come to you for advice because you've learned, you have the wisdom. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, but you have developed skills. And now it is time for you to step up and be bold. Embrace your absolute potential. Be you, stand your ground, say how it is. People are really, really, really going to step up. I think you're going to build, whatever you're going to do in your position of leadership, you're going to build quite a following, I think. That following, whatever you're planning to do. That following of people who seek your advice, whether it's people turn to you within your family, whether people turn to you within your community, whether it's in the workplace, even in partnership. Even in partnership, you'll never be walked over again. And therefore, you will bring into your world a partnership of balance, of harmony. You're never going to be choked again. That's for sure. And people will really, really admire your strength, because your strength is your wisdom. Gosh, there really is so much honouring of you. You are like this beautiful angel. Healed, repaired. Might have a few scars, but hey, do you know what? Wear them with pride. Beautiful ones. Wear your scars with pride. Woo, gosh, I've got goosebumps all over me. You have developed such skills. You've had to become like a tree that was cut down, and you've had to regrow new branches. You've had to find that inner strength you've had to be resilient through challenges. You've had to put down roots and really hold firm even through the storms, but you've done it. This is awesome. I'm honestly, my whole body is covered in goosebumps. You are amazing, reading number 3. Absolutely amazing. King of Hearts, King of Trees. Right, you are healed, but you're healed and you know it. Big respect. King of Trees, it's now time to design the next phase of your life and make it happen. Bold, don't be afraid to step up. Don't be afraid to try things out. Don't be afraid to step into the new adventure of life, whatever that may be. Prepare for change. It's coming. Prosperity arising from wise planning, time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. This is one of those readings that sort of says, expect a miracle. You know, that the stuff of the past is done, you've processed it. Do you know, I'm actually being shown something as well. It's like you've stepped into the learning of something at quite a karmic level. You know, when the universe brings us stuff, which it does, you know, that's life. We come here to learn, to grow. That's how our soul can evolve into higher levels of consciousness, and we raise the vibration of humanity at large, you know, and all of this helps everything. It helps us, it helps other people, it helps the planet, it helps the whole energetic environment of this gorgeous, gorgeous world that we are living in. You've embraced something quite significant in your learning. And that is why the world is about to become your oyster. You are strong enough now to really, I'm not saying life will never have any ups and downs, because life brings us layer upon layer of learning, but this is a whole new ball game for you. This is a whole new phase and a whole new ball game, seriously. You have the skills. Be bold, step up and go. Whatever you think of, dream of, want to do, trust in it, be bold, be confident, and step forward. It's going to happen. It really, really is. Leadership is being offered to you in some way, shape or form. Some of you may even be becoming a kind of a spiritual leader. But one way or the other, some of you may be teaching wisdom. Yes, of course, educated. You may become an educator. One way or the other, you're going to step up, you're going to have some role of leadership. And the message from your angels, the information that they wish to give to you, is twofold. One is to say to you, now is your time. Step up, embrace, enjoy. The world is about to become your oyster. Prepare for change. Whatever you want, go for it, because it's going to work out. The second message is simply that they honour you. They really honour the learning and everything you went through in the past. You've stepped up, you've faced some really big stuff, and they really, really are honouring everything that you have done. As I said, wear your scars with pride. Oh gosh, goosebumps again. Super Souls, if this reading is really speaking to you and you'd like to get notification of any of my other readings, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. Now, I have a timeless, this is a timeless reading. I have a timeless readings playlist, so at any time you can access readings if you need to that answer very specific questions. They're there to help at any time. I also post readings for weekly guidance every single Sunday for, you know, what your spirit team want you to know about right here and right now and for the next 7 days. So do check those out. They are also timeless. You can always find the right reading for you at any given time. If you know, trust your intuition and check out the playlist. I put a ton of resources into the world for free. I'll put all the links in the information box below and in the comments as well for phone users. Lastly but not leastly, a very important thing to say, Super Souls, I will never approach you, I will never private message you or approach you in the comments to offer you a private reading. There's been, our beautiful community has been scammed by somebody trying to approach people in order to presumably get money from you. Many other readers are having this problem. I'm not alone here. They literally download a photo of us so that it looks as if it's us that is speaking to you. I will never respond to you directly in offering you a private reading in either the comments or or private messaging. So if anybody contacts you, even if it looks like it's me, it isn't. So please be conscious and aware of that. Super Souls, thank you so much for joining me today. Reading number 3, you know, I too wish to honour you and to say to you, you know, really just you're amazing. I really, I see it. I feel it. Tons and tons of love to you. Thank you so much as well for those of you who are giving back through the super thanks, and those of you who are supporting all of my work through Patreon. I'm uploading new tutorials there as well in gratitude. Super Souls, tons of love. I really am, yeah, just honoured to read for you. Super Souls, I hope to see you again for some other readings.